Before we get into the topics, there was a topic last week we did not touch, and it was Nicki Minaj. And I want to turn, before I get into my analysis of the situation, a preview of what went on. Nicki Minaj last week, Turning Point USA had an event, their annual event, and she was the guest speaker. She sat down with Charlie Kirk's widow, Erika Kirk. They had a conversation about racism, about politics, a whole litany of things. I'm going to play a portion of it right now so you guys can check out.
Aren't strong, all of that, but both of them have a very uncanny ability to be someone that you relate to. I can relate to them. When I hear them speak, I know that they're one of us. Like, I know that they're not. Don't you guys agree? They haven't lost touch of the world. You know, they're still connected to the world and what's happening in the world, with the younger people and older people, with the richer people and not so rich people. They have the ability to still connect and be real and make us feel proud to be American.
So why now have you been involved with speaking about politics? What was kind of the turning point for you? Yeah.
I have something inside of me that's stronger than what's out there. That's right. So when you've had enough, you realize, wait a minute, why do I even care about these people and what they think? Who are they? They don't even know who they are. So I'm not going to back down anymore. I'm not going to back down ever again.
Amen.
And we had many people in the hip hop community also weighing in. Joe Budden weighed in, had some strong opinions about whether or not he can continue to rock with Nicki. I want to start off with Leroy. Leroy, you have some strong opinions on the topic. What do you think about this Nicki Minaj turn into politics? I know before she spoke about Nigeria and how they're allegedly persecuting Christians, and she was supporting the administration and their efforts to combat that. Now she's appearing at Turning Point USA. Is Nicki Minaj canceled due to this latest shift in her political leanings? I turn to you, sir.
Yes, you know what I mean? As far as the conflict in Nigeria, most of the planet is either Christian or Muslim. So by default, you're gonna fall into that. So you're gonna fall into that because most of the planet is Christian and Muslim anyway. But I'm against murder. I'm against mass murder. That's just me. You know what I mean? So I can't co-sign. We got to be careful when we co-sign presidents, because when you co-sign a president, you co-sign everything they did too. So meaning that I voted for Barack Obama, right? So I co-sign whatever nonsense he was involved in is on me too. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is. We need people to be, intelligent about what they're doing, right? And we talk a lot about policy, but do y'all know policy? Do you know, when the president got in the first 100 days, policy 14151, 14164, 13984? Do y'all know 14190? Do y'all know the policies that he's signing? It's like, so you got to be accountable for that. Terminating DIE programs, diversity, equity, inclusion. Terminating advancement in the support of underserved communities, pay equity, transparency, tracking for misconduct in police departments, which 100% of the DOJ has confirmed that is rampant. I'm saying again, 100% of their reports say police misconduct is rampant. Freezing all civil rights cases, all impact penalties frozen, ending racial discrimination, ending certain programs in schools. You know what I mean? You can't teach about slavery no more. You can't teach about civil rights no more. You can't teach about Jim Crow anymore. These things are illegal.
Man, Leroy, you didn't answer my question. You didn't answer my question. I didn't ask you about the policies.
Policy number 14190. I'm giving you specifics so you could look up. Policy number 14230. You know what I mean? How much I could keep going. Taking away the names of restoring the names of racist people on military bases like Fort Bragg. Destroying the database of police so you cannot track police misconduct no more. It can't be tracked. Targeting law firms that sue based upon civil rights. Gutting the minority business development. No more money for black farmers. So this purging the government of, there's no more Jackie Robinson on the government website. There's no more Medgar Evers. The 81 black authors removed from the Naval Academy. Repeal of the impact liability civil rights reform. Reinforcement. So I can go on and on and on. I'm gonna stop there. But what I'm saying is, when you side with that side, you are attacking black people, from my view, because I can name you the policy which the DOJ, the Department of Justice, has said specifically these are targeted attacks on black people. This is the government itself admitting to this is targeted. So I'm giving you the specific numbers.
I don't know.
If y'all want to run it back. So
I don't know if you answered.
I over answered it, because when you give specifics, I murdered it. You know what I mean? But when you say something about Nigeria and then the next day or the next week they do airstrikes, you have to realize when they go back in the records, they're going to use rappers. When I say the word thug, what rapper do y'all think about? You see what I mean? So when they go back and they see that Nicki co-signed this, and all those deaths, thousands of people that are going to be blown to smithereens, that's on Nicki too. She co-signed that.
Super,
you know what I mean? Now, if you can remove her from that, but the public record's not going to remove her. They're going to add Nicki Minaj's name to people that made justifications for airstrikes on Nigeria, which borders Niger, which borders Burkina Faso, which borders other countries that got nothing to do with nothing except for they got a lot of oil and minerals. So, I'm gonna end it there. But to me, she's canceled. But I know, hip hop, anything goes. Y'all, there is no backbone in hip hop. You know what I mean? Anything goes. So
before I turn on the Super, I want to be Switzerland. I want to be a neutral party. Okay, I want to be a neutral party. I want to be a centrist. I'm of the belief that people should have any political belief that they want to have. There's going to be people on the left. There's going to be people on the right. And Leroy, you did a good job of citing specific policies. I'm going to have to fact check you because I don't know if some policies really say what they say, or there's some other things in the policies. So I believe I believe you to what you're saying, but I want to dig deep into policy and see what more context is in there before I take a position, either yes or no on those policies. But I think that I don't believe in canceling people because of their political views. Now, maybe I don't rock with you because of your political views, but I don't think you should be canceled for having a political opinion. I will say this: I thought her appearance at the Turning Point USA event was corny. I think some of the tweets that she's been doing over the past few months have been kind of corny and been targeted toward foundational Black Americans. I don't think I like some of the rhetoric that I'm hearing her spew on Twitter or X. I thought the whole Turning Point USA appearance was kind of out of pocket, out of left field. But I'm not into canceling people for.
So you don't rock with her?
I mean, I didn't rock with her before the event. I'm not rocking with her after the event. I thought her last album was okay from a female perspective. But I say this to say is I don't think she should be canceled because of her political views. If that's how she feels, that's how she feels. Because there's people on the other side that feel a certain way. I'm not trying to cancel them either. So I'll turn it over to Super. I mean, most people would say, most Jay-Z, Beyonce, they go to the other side of the house, right?
It wasn't even there.
What I'm saying is, if someone were to cancel Jay-Z, Beyonce for being a supporter of Hillary Clinton or Barack Obama or Joe Biden based upon those policies they disagreed with, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right.
Well, they should be canceled.
Certain people disagree with policies on the left. And just because an entertainer sides with a politician that happens to be on the left, I don't think it should be canceled either. So I'm going to keep it a buck. I don't think Nicki should be canceled.
What about mass
either.
murder? What about mass murder?
I'm gonna tread lightly on that because there's lots of things.
There is no red line with you.
Lots of things can be considered mass murder, but you don't define it the same way I define it. So I'll turn it over to Super. No, you don't.
All right. Hey, good points, brothers. I like both angles that y'all want to attack it from.
Hip hop is.
I'm not going to attack Nicki on the political angle at all. I think that she should be canceled by Black folks in general because for one, she was just talking down on us about Donald Trump about a couple months ago when she was mad at Jay-Z, where she was saying, Black people, you've been fooled and bamboozled again. You've been tricked again. She was just going in and actually separating herself from Black people back then, that moment, right? Now she gets on the stage with Erika Kirk or whatever her name is, Turning Point USA, and she get up there and she's supposed to be representing black people now. Now she's representing us. And she up there saying all this goofy shit about black beauty and a black woman, and a black woman shouldn't hate a white woman and all this goofy shit. She don't represent us. Like, for real. For one, I think that FBA's Foundational Black Americans, this is the reason why we talk about delineating. This is why we don't want like foreign people representing us. I mean, there's no reason for her to have been there talking about what black women should be doing or anything like that when she is a proud Trinidadian or whatever it is she is. You know what I'm saying? So I think she should be canceled for that, for going up there to kiss ass and represent black people when she was just separating herself from us when she was going at Jay-Z for not supporting the Democrats enough versus Donald Trump. I mean, Nicki Minaj right now is the female version of Kanye West. She going full blown Kanye. If y'all don't notice, if y'all don't see that, I don't know what
Right.
more to say about it. I mean, this she going by the same playbook, or she got the same handlers as Kanye. I mean, I guess they saying it worked for him, so you be the female version of this, and let's see if it worked for you. So I don't know, but as far as her being canceled for being conservative or Republican, and I'm not even sure if that's what she's saying. I don't know what she's really trying to say, but you know what I mean? Like, no, I'm
She's
not.
conservative, man.
She shouldn't be canceled for that, I don't think, but she should be canceled for the shit for downplaying us constantly and then being our representative when she's not even from foundational Black American. She's not a Black American woman, just like Kamala Harris wasn't. So
She's from New York. That's New York City.
that's fine, but she's an immigrant.
New York is in America.
Hey, speak for us.
All right. Well, my whole thing is I cited specific policy. Nobody that you know is going to do that. So that lets you know right there, there's a deception. If I'm the only one out of the whole time that you've been following politics that you've ever heard cite policy, that tells you something's not right, because everybody should be citing specific policy. With her comments, you know what I mean? As far as Jay-Z is concerned, yes, I'm known for the Jay-Z caping only because I read Jay-Z's words, right? So he was about healthcare. First, he was about, I want to see a black president one day because I don't think that's possible. So he got behind Barack Obama because he wanted to see a black president. I understood that because that's why I got behind Barack Obama. Then he got behind healthcare, which because in the black community, we have a lot of ailments. So I'm all right. I agree with affordable healthcare. So is it perfect? No. Is my voting for Barack perfect? No. But I do agree with healthcare. So it's like, but when it comes to the other side, I would like someone on the other side, since you love black people so much, can you show me why these policies specifically targeted on black people is supposed to be love? Show me. Because I don't understand. It's like an abusive person that beats their wife, right? They'll be like, well, that's love. Is it love? I don't understand. You're beating on your wife. You're beating her. I don't understand if that's love. So, but, to me, either way, I know we have a short memory. So as soon as she makes a hit song, we'll forget all about this.
I mean, either way, it just shows how disrespectful that politicians or the political people or whatever you want to call them, just how simple they think that we are, that they can just play celebrity wars and be like, oh, they got Megan Thee Stallion, so let's go get Nicki Minaj. Like let's go get Amber Rose. Like they think so little and dumb of us. I think that we gotta like just we should be looking at it and peeping game. And like I said, we gotta now wake up and watch who we letting represent us. And what I mean, like honestly, for real, really, like I think that this is why, like I said, why Black Americans are delineating from other darker skinned and other people. You know what I'm saying? Because of incidents like this. You know what I mean? We don't want to be represented like that. And I don't think it would have been any other kind of strong. I don't think Glorilla would have went up there and rest like that. I don't think I don't even think she would have said the shit that Nicki Minaj was saying.
But super, like I said, and I'm all for the black FBAs, even though I'm hard on the FBAs because I am one. My entire family is one. Okay. So I've been questioned about my FBA status. Trust me, I'm that. And I can take you before America when blacks was here. I know that history too. However, when we go into our communities, we got to respect the Jamaican spot because they feed the community. We got to respect the Cuban
we do
spot.
though.
The
We
Puerto
do.
Ricans, because
It's about them respecting
they
us.
feed us.
It's
We gotta
about them
respect the
respecting us, though.
African side.
It's not about us respecting them because we support their businesses.
I
We go
understand.
there. We buy
I'm
food.
not disagreeing with you. But
We
when we
keep the
go
business
into our
going. So,
I'm not disagreeing with you. But when we go into our even our street circles, right? The Jamaicans is with us. The Cuban, the Puerto Ricans is with us. They in the same gang. The Ethiopians in
yeah,
the
but
same gang.
we're not talking about the ones that understand and that's down with the program and that's really down,
Okay, so
or
I
the
gotta speak for them.
or the ones that can't be bought and used to talk down against us, like a Nicki Minaj. You already know she's bought and paid for, right?
I mean, I think that she's ignorant by her own
But do you think
self made her ignorant.
think that they paid her to do this when she was just ranting and raving and going? She just hated Trump. She just hated Trump. Maybe what less than 6 months ago.
Okay.
She hated Trump just when she was talking about Jay-Z. When she
Yeah.
was so
I
I
can
mean
say yeah,
this was
but
less than 6 months ago. So how I mean
I can say yeah, but I
either
still
way,
blame her.
we shouldn't. Who cares what the fuck Nicki Minaj thinks? Excuse my language. I didn't even mean to cuss, but just makes
No,
me mad that they even think that we care about what she think anyway. Like anybody that really care about what Nicki Minaj think, like need to like not even be able to vote or something like
it's
that. Like
not. They need
your voting rights
justification.
should be gone if you care about what Nicki Minaj thinks about politics.
Blonde hair and blue eyes is beautiful, and we hating, right? So they need a black person to make that point. So
No,
blonde hair, blue eyes,
but,
beautiful, and we hating on that.
but,
We
Who
but,
hating
hating.
on that?
but who hating on that? That's not Leroy.
Who
Black
hating on that?
people,
Our women do
y'all
that.
hating on Becky, right? Y'all
No,
hating on
No,
Becky.
our
that,
women do that. Our women
it's a
wear
lie.
blind. What are you
Yeah.
talking about, bro?
So, but they need a black person to co-sign that because
Nobody.
they can't co-sign
But,
that.
She's not a black person. She a Trinidadian.
Bro, they don't see the
She's
difference
not a
when the
black
police
person,
swing
bro.
through the
She's a
neighborhood.
Trinidadian. That's the point that was my point earlier.
When the police pull up,
let me
they make
Black
everybody
woman
get
up
on
here
get
talking
on the
about it.
wall.
let me interject.
They
Let me
handcuff
interject real quick.
everybody.
Let me
They
interject real
don't
quick.
say who's
I think a lot of
Trinidadian.
these arguments, nobody's even thinking about these things, man. Nobody's even talking about these things. So they use a person like Nicki Minaj is not well versed on what's really going on in the culture, what's really going on in our communities, as Super kind of alluded to, what's really, really going on in our communities to have these conversations. The things that she said on that stage, nobody's even thinking about people, dolls and beauty, and nobody's even having these conversations. Nobody's even thinking that. So if they're using her to
Billions are
trick
put into
people,
that.
nobody's even thinking about that, bro. This is not. We about to be in the year 2026. Nobody's thinking about that, bro.
The number one reason for votes is race. That's the number one political issue is race.
Well, I think that's a problem because
Instead of money.
Yeah, but I think people are putting race in front of us to make us vote that way. But I think there's other games being played, and that's what I've been in my private conversations been telling people we need to be off that. We need to be thinking about what the real game
How
is
can
behind
we?
it.
Man,
How
man,
can
at the end of the day, we gotta be careful about who we let represent us. That's it. Period. As Black Americans, even white Americans. I mean, you gotta be white people need to be careful. They got Nick Fuentes or whatever this dude doing all this shit on the internet. He a Mexican. He representing y'all. He
we
cosplaying
gonna get
as a
into
white
it?
dude.
Right.
He's supposed to getting people mad and you know what I mean on behalf of white people, and he's a whole fucking Mexican. You gotta watch who representing you.